connect the vessel. When you connect the vessel, it's about you not taking a look at on hard work, but maybe now the great thing that will happen for your life is when you now start to connect your alignment to your Creator. And the highest form of connection for me is not just praise and worship, not reading the Bible or praying the rosary or attending the Mass. It's really being able to be still, mindfulness. Know that I am your God. That I'm gonna take care of you. But can you be still? Relax ka lang muna, anak. And I do this first hour in the morning because it's my literally belief that when I wake up, inuuna ko siya. I spend at least an hour, 1 hour meditation every single day, and it 100x in all aspects.
How do you define success, purpose, and significance?
Yung success is measured based on money, based on fame, based on medals, who's winning,
Ilan asawa mo?
who's champion. That can be if you want to. But right now, spiritual world, this is the physical world, the old earth. The new earth is now the awareness, the consciousness, spiritual earth. So how do we define success? It's about meaning, purpose, peace of mind, and really taking a look at on how can you make heaven on earth with this. When you carry your purpose in life and you're living how you were created, and that's the vibration, that's the energy, that's the vibe that you carry, in whatever you do, it will always prosper, guaranteed.
What's up guys? Welcome to the fastest growing self-improvement channel. And do you think? Maraming salamat sa Tritone Studios and Tritone Entertainment. Kung gusto nyo ng ganitong podcast, mag-subscribe kayo dito sa channel na to. Help us reach 100,000 subscribers para mas madami pang matulungan tong channel na to. Pwedeng pakinggan sa Spotify. Available din tayo doon. Mag-follow kayo. Maraming salamat sa mga nagla-like, nagko-comment, nag-share. At syempre, yung mga taong nanonood lang, madami kasi hindi pa nakasubscribe, mag-subscribe kayo. Mas maganda yan para at least nakaka-help sa reach nitong channel natin. Maraming salamat din syempre sa Picotin Perfume ni Tio Bray, available sa Shopee, TikTok at Facebook. At syempre biggest shoutout din kay Miss Janice ng Rope PH para sa mga mag-aayos ng overall health dyan na mga nanonood. Meron dong red light therapy, hyperbaric chamber. Research nyo na lang yun, yung mga biohacking facilities na magagamit na aayos ang katawan nyo. Punta lang kayo sa Rope PH sa Pioneer Center. At ngayon, siyempre, once a year namin ginagawa tong podcast na to. Every year, bagong topic, bagong mga taong magbabagong buhay. So it's about time na last year in-interview ko tong taong to. Actually, madami ring natulungan yung podcast namin. It's been a year. So ngayon, first time ko siyang i-interviewin dito sa channel na to. At itong taong to madaming na-improve sa akin at patuloy hanggang ngayon, araw-araw madami akong natututunan sa kanya. He is the biggest reason why now my mental health is good. I am so full of gratitude sa sarili ko. At mas nakikilala ko ang sarili ko sa kanya through his programs, yung IM Plus. Siyempre, ang life coach ng mga life coach. Walang iba kundi si Coach Russ. Yes.
Pakan pa.
Yan. So,
Thank you for having me here. It's an honor and privilege. Sa last time tayo nagganito, as in, I was just so in the flow. So, let's do this.
Yan. Anong matututunan kaya nila ngayon? Tingin mo, Coach, dito sa episode na to.
Depende.
Bahala na.
Ano yung lalabas, yun lang yun. Wala tayong pinlano, just be, ease, and flow. I like it that I have absolutely full faith in the word surrender.
Yan.
Because in the end, wala naman akong full control sa external things. 100% of the things that's going on outside our life, the traffic, the crisis, people yelling at me, I have zero control over them. So therefore, if it's happening, yes, I will still be in pain because it's real. I will also be struggling, it's real. However, one thing I like about the awareness na meron tayo ngayon, I always understand that pain is real, but suffering is optional.
Ganda nun. Ang ganda nun. So ngayon, Coach, nakikita mo yung may mga nangyayari sa bansa natin. Lahat ng tao takot, crisis, tumaas ang gasolina, tumaas ang kuryente, nagtataasa na lang lahat, pwera na lang mga sweldo nila. Paano mo minamanage yung sarili mo ngayon? Kasi ako, nagkwento ka nga sa akin nung isang araw, crisis, okay, mag-travel tayo. Who does that?
In the end, no, this is one thing I learned about life. Lahat naman ng nakikita ko at naririnig ko, illusion lahat yan.
Okay.
Bakit siya illusion? Kasi kanya-kanyang interpretasyon eh. Sabi ko nga, the last time na major crisis sa buong mundo, that was the best time of my life that allowed me to not only 10x but 100x my life because of crisis. So it's either you see it as a threat, as in shit, wala akong magagawa, you get to go to your freeze, you go to your flight and deny it, or you fight against it. It's most probably a reaction that will come from us. Rather than we all know that every crisis, meron niyang asawang opportunity. Kaya lang tao na baon sa hirap kasi nga yung kanilang pananaw sa crisis, paghihirap, versus wow, may opportunity akong pwedeng gawa na paraan para mas gumandang buhay ko. Either or, it's your life, it's your choice.
So what enabled you to travel? What enabled you to do all of these things na as if parang, kasi ako, to be honest, pag nandun ako sa farm mo, parang wala kang problema eh. Walang, parang ibang mundo, ibang portal, sa ibang reality ka nakatira. So lahat ng taong nadidikit sa'yo, ganun din, napupunta sa ibang reality na parang ibang bansa to, ibang mundo to. Paano,
Yeah,
coach?
again, remember ha, siguro na-train ko na yung sarili ko. Again, hindi ako naging ganito kagad overnight. Okay? By July 27 will be my 20th year anniversary of, I would always say, my awakening. When I say awakening, it's now understanding that as a human being, okay, it's either I go normal or natural. Okay? Yung normal, stress, anxiety, overwhelmment. Yung natural, happy is flow and joy.
Okay.
Which means a lot of times we were all brainwashed. We were all wired up. We were all programmed from the great-grandparents who grew up in war. So naipasa yung kanilang mindset of what you call not just scarcity but really taking a look at yung survival mode. Tapos naipasa sa lolo at lola ko, naipasa sa akin, sa magulang ko, naipasa sa akin. And therefore, the reason why a lot of people are takot na takot sa nangyayari is because again, automatic survival mode tayo lahat eh. And until when are you in survival mode? Most people, they work their work, they really work so hard to a point wherein naubos na ang health, naubos ng relationship, to a point wherein, okay, umangat na sila from survival mode, okay, they now move to stability mode, which is, okay, gumanda ng buhay, umangat ng buhay. Kaso lang, ang problema ng tao na sa stability mode, hindi makakatigil, balik pa rin sila sa survival operation, although maganda ng buhay. But some people move up from stability to what we call the success mode, wherein all the things that we thought was success, which is money, which is fame, I have nothing against it. I love it. Except that if the price to pay of success, which is money and fame, is my health, my relationship, and a lot of times, most people I know who's creating so much money in their life, so much profit in their life, they're all miserable. Why? Because they already have what they want in their lives, but yung come from is coming from fear, doubt, and worry pa rin. Simply because survival mode pa rin. First, I already have it. So which means, the way I see it, the normal people are in that space, whereas when you now start to go to natural, which is kung paano ka ginawa, paano ka nilikha, just like a beautiful creation of God, when you now start to believe in that space wherein you are not a human being, with a spirit, but you're actually a spiritual being with a human body experience. The moment you start to understand the truth, the moment you start going back from fear, doubt, and worry to move your work to faith, hope, and love, and therefore, no matter what's going on outside your world, I still have that faith, deep knowing that I am covered. Sabi nga dun sa Matthew, look at the birds in the air. They don't work. They don't harvest. They don't even store in the barn, but they are well taken care of. Dumadami pa nga eh. Now, sabi nga, wag mo sabihin sa akin, mas magaling pa yung ibon kaysa sa'yo. Yung COVID ba, yung mga mangga, yung mga abukado, yung mga ibon natakot kasi may COVID o wag tayong kumilos or wala silang pakialam. Then that's natural, nature. Normal, kadalasan, Habang tumatanda, kumusta ang health? Pababa, pataas?
Pababa.
Yeah, in fact, right now, 70, 89 years, pag 90 ka, parang, wow, grabe niyan, mirakulo. But if you look at the Old Testament, umaabot ng 900 years old. I don't know, I'm not sure, but that's what I remember. So now, we're now taking a look at ano ba talaga tayo? In fact, specifically in terms of how we can create the life that we want, when we just go back to not just creating life because we want to survive, we want to be stable, we want to be successful, but maybe it's now time for us to go back to taking a look at ano bang work ko? My work really is my purpose. And what is my highest purpose? The highest purpose for me is for me to start creating my ROSE. That's what you call the rate of self-evolution. Kaya ang tao, takot na takot sa anong kaganapan sa labas because the world changed so fast and yet they did not evolve. They remain in the same form. Anong metaphor ko nito? Hindi ko alam, Brian, no? Kasi alam ko, Gen Z ka. Naabutan mo yung phone na...
Gen Z, genial nga ako.
Naabutan mo yung phone na pa ganon. Right? How we operate our life is still that way versus everything that we want is already in the cell phone, in the iPhone. So which means we're still operating based on the past paradigm.
Mobiline ka pa din.
Exactly. Nandun ka pa rin sa world na hindi na nag-exist kasi there's a new world right now. We call it the old earth and the new earth. The new earth right now is taking a look at how we can now create a more conscious living, a more intentional living, a more intense living wherein we just don't look at success as money and fame, but we look at success as what we call purpose and significance.
How do you define success, purpose, and significance?
Yeah.
Diba?
All right. So in the old earth,
Okay.
ang tawag natin dyan 3D. Yung
3D.
success is measured based on money, based on fame, based on medals, who's winning,
Ilan asawa mo?
who's champion. That can be if you want to. But right now, in the 5D world, which is the spiritual world, this is the physical world, the old earth. The new earth is now the awareness, the consciousness, spiritual earth. So how do we define success? It's about meaning, purpose, peace of mind, and really taking a look at how can you make heaven on earth with this. And this is one thing I'll guarantee you. Some people kasi pag sinabi, but if you just only go for peace of mind, if you only go for peace, for I should say, fulfillment, baka maging broke ka. Hindi ako naniniwala dyan. When you carry your purpose in life and you're living how you were created, and that's the vibration, that's the energy, that's the vibe that you carry, in whatever you do, it will always prosper, guaranteed.
Oh, galing ah. Galing. So, how do you move from... paano ka makatanggal sa survival mode, coach? Paano mo matanggal yung sarili mo dun?
Alright, siguro the first step here is number 1, self-awareness. And self-awareness is understanding na lahat ng nangyayari sa buhay mo, whether it's the health issues, relationship issues, money issues, has nothing to do with external things. But I will always say that everything that's going on in your life, it's your internal state. So therefore, pag yan yung ngayon ang focus mo, instead of you focusing on your external state, you start focusing on your internal state. Which means you now start to connect to your highest truth. You now start to connect to what's inside because what's inside will actually dictate what's outside. Sabi nga, your inner world will dictate your outer world. So which means kung yung outer world mo magulo, not because minura ka ni nanay, not because tinanggal ka sa trabaho, not because nabash ka, it's because yung kalooban mo is magulo. So that's the first step, self-awareness. Okay? So self-awareness comes with number 2, what we call self-confrontation. Yun ang pinakamahirap because bakit? Kaya tayo hindi umasenso bilang Pilipino because ang ating laban sa buhay laging blame. Tapos yung blame natin natapadan pa ng galit, anger. Tapos pagtapos ng galit natin, meron tayong guilt and shame. And I guess that's where the lowest form of energy, that's where we don't create the life that we want because we carry a lot of things, heaviness inside. And that is where we want to start looking into. If my life is not working, that's on me. If my life is working, that's on me. So which means I now start to take a look at owning the life that I want. And I call that radical responsibility. Which means being able to say na lahat nung nangyayari sa buhay ko, wala ko pwedeng sisihin kung hindi ako yon. And saan magbabago? A new choice. That every day you're aware of the choices you're making, that the choices you're making will actually allow you to create the life that you want. And I want to make it simple. If you keep on complaining, the world will complain back to you. If you keep on criticizing, the world will criticize back to you. So now that you know that whatever is going in your outside world, that's also coming in from your internal world. So therefore now, I want you to start to understand, if you want a better life, number one, I want you to start acknowledging good things that are happening in your life. Sa 10 bagay na nangyayari sa buhay, 9 yung pangit, isang maganda. A lot of times, saan tayo nakafocus?
Sa 9.
Kaya dumadami, naging 18, naging 27, naging 19, naging 9,000. Pero ito lang pakiusap ko, okay, yes, this is real. 9 things are not working. However, merong isa. The fact, Brian, na nakakatulog ka pa. The fact na nakakapag-usap ka pa. The fact na nakakita pa. The fact may bayad. The fact na nakakain. The fact na buhay ka pa. Hallelujah!
Yes.
So please start taking a look at on acknowledging what's working in your life, acknowledging what is good in your life, and you move to the next A, which is what you call appreciate. Because once you appreciate, once you nurture it, once you grow it, once you expand it, then the last A will be you now start to allow great things to happen in your life.
Cleaning the vessel.
Talking about vessel. At the end of the day, eto lang yung paniwala ko. Lahat ng gusto ko sa buhay in both quality and quantity, available na yan right here, right now. At willing ang source, willing ang Panginoon. God is willing to give it to you anytime, all the time. You don't even have to kneel and please, maawa ka na. You don't even have to do that. Ikaw may anak ka, nagmamakawa ba yung anak mo kung alam mo afford mo?
Hindi.
Ibibigay mo, di ba? Kaso lang, the most important work that I want everyone to understand is I am just the vessel of everything that I want in my life, except that I have a job. And my job here is in 4 parts. The light of the Creator cannot enter the vessel if my vessel is dirty. If my vessel is full of baggages, if my vessel is full of anger, hate, heaviness, hindi makakapasok. Ikaw ba excited ka papasok sa isang banyo na napakadumi? Ni hindi. Right? It's the same thing with our Creator. So which is your first job here, no matter how much you pray the rosary, read the Bible, talk about Bible verses, if your heart, your internal word is not as clean as it should be, your first job here is to cleanse the vessel. Letting go of all of the things that is no longer serving you, the baggages, the blame, the anger, the guilt, and the shame, let it go. Sabi nga, last 7 words, forgive them for they do not know what they're doing. So which means it's really the ultimate highest form of receiving is forgiving. I will repeat that. It's in giving that we receive. But the highest form of receiving is forgiving. Not unless you release all the things that's holding you back in the past. The light of the Creator cannot come in. So that's the first step. That's what we call cleanse your vessel. However, once the vessel is cleansed, you need to do number 2. Nurture the vessel, which means your job here is to make sure that you take care of your physical body. Sabi nga, the body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Rest. Okay, that's my ultimate number 1 priority. I'm 55 right now. I'm proud of my health right now because I've been resting like crazy. Pag 9 o'clock, nasa bed na ako. No if, no but. Bihirang-bihira na. And that's how I nurture the vessel. Eat clean. Okay, very good. Movement is also very important. Why? If money is what you want, you're the money-making machine. But if the money-making machine is not nurtured, kung kikita man yan, mawawala din. Kasi napagod eh. Sabi nga, di ba, yung the golden geese that lays the golden egg,
Never kill.
pinatay mo. Dahil pagod-pagod ka. But you have to nurture it. Next is what you call connect the vessel. When you connect the vessel, it's about you not taking a look at on hard work, but maybe now the great thing that will happen for your life is when you now start to connect your alignment to your Creator. And the highest form of connection for me is not just praise and worship, not reading the Bible or praying the rosary or attending the Mass. It's really being able to be still. Mindfulness. Know that I am your God. At I'm gonna take care of you. But can you be still? Relax ka lang muna, anak. And I do this first hour in the morning because it's my literally belief that when I wake up, inuuna ko siya. I spend at least an hour every day. By October this year, Bri, will be my 7th year anniversary that I have not missed a single 1-hour meditation every single day. And it 100x in all aspects.
Ako December pa. First year.
Yeah, but kumusta ang buhay mo? Ilang
Ganda.
X na?
Ganda.
Ibang-iba. Right? So again, the difference between connecting to God through a prayer is me speaking to God.
Yeah.
And when I speak to God, I never ask from Him anything because this is what I believe. He knows whatever I want in my life, even before I was born.
Yes.
And the prayer I only have here is, thank you.
Ako din.
Please forgive me. And for those people who I might have hurt, I'm asking for forgiveness and let your will be done. That's the only prayer I have, but I never ask from Him because He knows what I want. And sometimes I don't even know what I want already. So sobrang daming blessing. As in talagang, wow. Every day is just a wow. Every day is just, totoo ba? Oo, totoo yan. Thank you. Lang, thank you. However, that is prayer as a verb. Most important part is not the verb, but prayer as an emotion. Do I feel good every moment of my life? Because the moment I'm off the grid, off the alignment, off the frequency, then that's feeling bad. Then my ego, according to Wayne Dyer, is edging God out, which is you're telling God, mali to God, dapat hindi traffic, dapat hindi ganito, dapat ganyan, mali to. Versus, all right, I trust you. Surprise me. The faster you shift from that, then you're still praying as a feeling, as an emotion. That means you carry Him all the time because we always say God is good all the time. And if I want to feel God, I want to feel good because when I feel good, I do good. Which is a third part of my prayer is act as if you're like God, that all you want to do is how can I serve you? How can I help you? How can I support you? Na-notice mo ba, every time may ilapit ka sa akin tulong, wala akong hinihindian. In fact, every time nag-uusap tayo, after I talk, Bri, how can I serve you? How can I help you? But, don't feel special because I do that to anyone and everyone who I meet. And therefore, when I serve humanity, that's how I now start to really honor my Creator. And that's how I connect to my source. That's the third. Now, number 4 is extremely important. Expand the vessel. So how do you expand the vessel? Again, never-ending evolution. Never-ending expansion of new knowledge. Nagbago ng mundo, Bri. AI na tayo ngayon. New experience.
Ang bilis.
Yeah. New skills. Kakayanan. And all of these things that when you start expanding yourself, and if money is what you want, parating lang sa'yo eh.
Oo.
Hindi mo siya hahanapin because I would always say, never work for money. But instead, work for growth because when you're growing, money will just run after you. Sabi nga, on a soul level, we're all equal.
Totoo.
But on the marketplace, we have a different value. But how do I know your value? Do you have the necessary knowledge so that you can be counted on, that people can rely on you? Do you have the necessary skills? Do you have the necessary experience and leadership for you to create the life that you want, specifically in business or money making?
Tama. So, ikaw ngayon, coach, sabi mo, lahat ng tayong gumawa. So, paano yung may mga sakit? Paano yung may mga choice ba nila yun? Na nagkasakit sila? Nagka-cancer sila? Di ba unfair yun? Para sasabihin ng mga ibang tao, grabe naman yan, unfair yun. So, choice ng nanay ko na nagkasakit siya?
I would always say everything is a creation, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not. Everything that's going on in your life is a creation. Now, I will not talk about those children because I don't have any idea around it because all of the things that I'm saying is extremely an embodiment of what I learned in life and what I practice and what's working for me. So therefore, etong paniwala ko, halos lahat ng physical illness is nanggagaling sa emotional pain. But the emotional pain is coming from a mental pain. So which means, meron ako narinig na hindi ko gusto o may ginawa sa akin na nasaktan ako, and then my mindset here is mali yun. Resentment. The moment resentment moves to what we call resistance, inayawan mo, that becomes now an emotional pain. And the emotional pain, when you keep it there long enough, hard enough, what tends to happen to our body, it will actually what we call disease. And the longer you stay in that pain, it becomes disease. And when we become diseased, we get diseased. Because again, the physical pain comes from mental pain, but the mental makes it an emotional pain, emotional becomes a physical pain. So which means right now, pag medyo feeling ko at never ko pang nalalang major akong nagkasakit in the past 20 years, never. Even the COVID, lahat nagka-COVID na sa buong community ko. Hindi ako nahawa because I understand that every physical pain is a manifestation of what's going on internally. So which means, para sa akin, Bri, meron tayong tatawag metaphysical meaning. So, one example, no? There was one time I attended a party and people were questioning ano nangyari sa mata ko, pulang-pula. So pinicturean ko, pinakita ko kay ChatGPT. Sabi ko, ChatGPT, ano to? Sabi niya, baka naumpog ka, etc. etc. Sabi ko, wala, di isa. So I went to metaphysical. Sabi ko, ano nangyayari? Give me a metaphysical meaning of this. Sabi niya, okay, meron kang nakikita sa buhay mo na ayaw mong tignan. So okay. So I pause, I close my eyes. Ano to? Okay. So I started calling people, hey, okay, this is something I want to release. This is not okay and I'm letting this go. God bless you, I love you. 3 people. On the same hour, gone.
Magic.
I would always say, balik pa rin ako, Bri, anything that's going on external is directly connected in my internal world.
Ito men, may bago kong coach na gusto ko lang marinig din yung assessment mo. Napansin ko lately, karaniwan ng mga nagkaka-cancer, mabubuting tao. Yung nanay ko, bakit siya? Laging ganun, bakit yan? Ang buti niyan, ang bait niyan, binigay niya lahat. Tinulong niya lahat. Pero ang dami naman masama dyan. Bakit hindi sila yung nagkasakit pat ito pa? What can you say about that?
So let's define mabuti. Because what I am hearing from you, when you do your self-sacrifice, when isaid mo, iubos mo, bigay mo lahat sa ibang tao, kumusta ka physically?
Ubos.
Kumusta ka emotionally?
Drained.
Kumusta ka mentally?
Wasak.
So that is now you not understanding that your ultimate number one job right now is really your extreme self-care. Because you cannot give what you don't have. So if you love people but you don't even love yourself because we were told to do self-sacrifice. And when you do self-sacrifice, you forget about what you want. You forget about your needs. And you're serving everyone, but you forgot about yourself. That's what happened to me. At age 35, I was at the peak of my career. I was serving everyone. I really enjoyed it because again, puring-puri ako, ang galing-galing ko, ang husay-husay ko. But every time I go home, I would sleep at night thinking, Lord, tanggalin mo na ako dito, pagod na ako. Kaso lang, I cannot show up because again, baka sabing masamang tao ako kasi hindi ako marunong mag-sacrifice. Klaro ba yun?
Yeah.
So, para sa akin, meron ako tinatawag na mabait at mabuti. Yung nanay mo, napakabait. In other words, yung kanyang corona is welcome, abuse me. Yung mabuting tao, okay, nagsasalita kung anong tama at nagkakaroon ng tinatawag natin na barrier. Nagkakaroon ng, alright, this is enough. I've given so many. I love you, but you know what? Take care of yourself because I want to take care of myself. Boundaries.
So hindi talaga dun yung, kasi people pleasing. So yung pag people pleaser ka, mauubos ka, Madami kang, ako yun din ang ano ko na parang pag hindi ka marunong mag-no, hindi ka marunong, mauubos ka, magkakasakit ka, tapos nagkakaroon ka ng contempt. Kasi you're not even speaking your truth. Na tama na, pero sige na nga.
Yeah.
Sige na nga, OFW, sige na nga.
Ganon yung
Bigay.
nangyayari sa atin lahat eh. I mean, that's how we survive. And balik pa rin ako, as a little child, doon natin nakuha. Na all we want from people who are taking care of us, especially our parents, is just what? Attention and love. And the only way we can receive attention and love is to please them, to follow them, what they want for you. But in the end, halos lahat naman ng gusto nila para sa'yo, hindi mo naman siguro gusto yun. Sila lang may gusto. Except lang, ako, I have a tendency to really please everyone to a point wherein ubus na ako, said na ako, wala na ako. And that's where hindi na pagmamahal ang kapalit ko, hindi sama na ng loob. Bakit? Kasi paano na ako? Iunahin mo kasing sarili mo. And they would always say, that's selfish. No. The highest form of selfishness para sa akin, Bri, is I'll give it all to you for you to love me, for you to accept me. That's selfishness because all I want is approval. But if I do myself first, then when I serve you, hindi galit ang lumalabas ko, hindi umaapaw. Siksik liglig. I mean, we were together last Christmas. And napag-usapan natin, I don't know if you remember, na a lot of people are questioning my generosity. Parang too good to be true yung pagiging generous ko. No? And you were there. People come and go in my farm. Even strangers.
50,000, easy.
Give, di ba? Now, and these people may not thank me. And some of them, na-judge na nanggagamit lang. And winawarn ako, pero hindi ko siya naramdaman. Kasi nga, yung binigay ko sa inyo, tira-tira ko na lang yun. Kumbaga, kusa siyang umaawas. Bakit? Inuna ko yung sarili ko eh. Inuna ko yung pagmamahal ko sa sarili ko. And a lot of people, how about God? How do I express my love for God? It's just when me start to take care of myself, and God will never be worried about me because I know how to take care of myself, which is I'm actually creating that divine connection with myself. And that's the best way I can create a divine connection with Him.
Okay. You talk about divine connection, no? Coach Russ. What can you say about dun sa mga taong nagsasabi na itong mga ginagawa natin, hindi siya nasa Bible. Hindi siya nasa hindi tayo connected kay God because it's not based on the Bible. It's not and it's parang hindi nyo tinatanggap na Lord and Savior si Jesus Christ sa puso nyo.
Ano masasabi ko sa kanila?
Yes.
Okay, I respect whatever your beliefs are. If that's working for you perfectly, great. And as long as I'm not doing anything illegal, immoral, life-threatening, or I'm not putting down people, or I'm not even calling them out because I have different belief, I'm okay. Because my life is working the way I want it. My life is the way how I really want it, and I'm not a disturbance to anyone. I'm not even a burden to anyone. So if that's their bashing about me, thank you.
Paano yung gusto kong malaman nila tong kwentong to na sa'yo na nagkwento mo sa akin nung Christmas na nakita ko na witness ko mismo. Nagpunta tayo sa church. Nagpunta tayo na may tinusuportahan kasi si Coach Russ na church. Gusto kong makwento mo sa kanila paano mo sila nasuportahan. Paano yung, ano yung nangyari? Ano yung nangyari?
Alright.
Hindi alam ng mga tao to. Oh, yan.
Walang hiya ka, Bri. Anyway, sige, so there was one time na may pinuntahan kami and then na-stuck yung
van.
sakyan ko. And in front of me was a little house na medyo hindi magandang tignan. Hindi abandoned, medyo mahirap tignan. And I realized it was a church. At meron nakapaskil doon, no, na kung sino man ang sa lalaki.
Nakikiapid sa lalaki.
Ganon, is nagkakasala, etc.
Mapupunta sa impyerno.
So, nung nakita ko yun, alright, sige, belief nila yun, walang problema. Okay? Tapos tinignan ko, uy, may Sunday school. So natuwa ako. So sabi ko, sino ang pinaka-head pastor dito? So tinawag kong ganon. And then, ako kasi lagi ako may dalang maraming cash. No? So binigay ko yung buo yung cash. And little did I know, yun pala yung pinakamalaking natanggap nila. And after that, every month, I'm sending them money to a point where nakita na naman yung bagong simbahan, lumaki na.
Lumaki na.
Now, do we share the same belief in as far as their faith is concerned? No. Because I have different belief. However, I still see them as a beautiful creation of God. Iba lang yung paniwala namin, and therefore I still continue to bless them.
Wow.
I still continue to support people because in the end, my job here is like the sun. I will shine to anyone and everyone who needs my sunshine. Not because pareho tayo ng paniwala, but because I know that my purpose in life is just to create heaven on earth.
Anong masasabi mo dun sa mga tao nagsasabing, bawa yung mga mahihirap, ganito talaga eh. Parang tinetest tayo ni God. Yung mga soldiers niya, binibigay niya yung hardest battles dun sa mga soldiers niya na kaya tayo mahirap, kaya tayo kasi ito yung
bullshit
tinetest.
yan. Bullshit yan. Ikaw ba may anak?
Oo.
Yung anak mo you will force her to be struggling in her life para matuto siya or kaya siya nahihirapan kasi maraming lesson pinipresent sa buhay niya at ayaw niya makinig sa'yo. So ako ito lang, dalawa lang yan. Kung hirap ako sa buhay, number 1, meron akong dapat matutunan sa buhay ko na hindi ko pa natutunan. Kaya paulit-ulit ito yung test kasi hindi pa ako pumapasa. Which means the biggest lesson in life is be responsible. Stop looking for somebody outside you to fix your problem. Problema kasi natin, karamihan sa ating Pilipino, pag meron tayong problema, Lord, sige na Lord. What's my metaphor here? Yung car mo nakapark sa labas. And eto nagpo-podcast tayo. No, naalala mo, merong remittance na $10 million doon at hindi mo na-lock yung car mo. So what you do right now, Lord, ikaw na bahala sa car ko, pakibantayan please. Kung ako si Lord, ano ko? Utusan mo? Binigyan kita ng paa, binigyan kita ng utak, tumayo ka, maglakad ka, kunin mo. Be responsible with the things you're supposed to be responsible with. Do not make Him responsible with your life. Be responsible because God gave you the capacity to be responsible. Except that, yung paulit-ulit nating problema, paulit-ulit nating hirap is because ayaw natin maging responsable sa bagay na dapat nating maging responsible. That's the only. Which means the victim mentality is wala akong magagawa. Balak ni Lord to. No. He came so that you might have life and make it abundant. Now, kung para sa akin, parang you speak about God tapos purita ka, broke ka, parang nakakaya to represent God. Stop talking about your God. Be responsible because God gave you everything for you to create the life that you want. But here's the thing. You still hide in the victim mentality. Wala akong magagawa. Sabi nga, di ba, pag napanganak ka mahirap, dahil sa magulang mo yan. Pero right now, hindi may nang available na information. May mga podcast ng ganito. Pag namatay ka mahirap, kasalanan mo na yan. So which means stop blaming life, stop blaming God for your misery. Don't even hide from that. Now, kung sakasakaling you're not where you want to be but you've been very responsible, eto lang, paniwala ko, hinahanda ka. Because bigger things requires bigger faith. Not bigger action, not bigger strategy, but bigger faith. Because when you have big faith, when you do the action, it becomes effortless, it becomes easy. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Because if you look at, again, balik tayo sa mga mangga. Right? Namumunga ng kusang mangga eh. Nature. Kasi ang mangga, walang belief system na struggle. Walang belief system na tinetest lang ako ni Lord. They're just living their life purpose. But here we are, human being, normal, we have a belief system na kailangan ko paghirapan yan. I would always say suffering is an option. Now, I'm not saying hindi ako nahirapan. What I'm trying to say here, pag meron akong bagong pinapasok, definitely I need to learn. And when you learn something new, definitely it's not convenient. It's not gonna be easy. But one thing for sure, I will just enjoy the process. Sabi nga, if you're willing to do what's necessary and difficult at first, your life will be fun and easy. But if you're only willing to do what's fun and easy, your life will always be difficult. And therefore, pag meron akong pasukin ng bagong bagay na wala akong alam, of course, that is what we call out of your comfort zone. But I don't really call it comfort zone kasi hindi ka komportable sa mga bagay na ayaw mo. Kaso lang, nakasanayan mo na. I call it your familiar zone. So once hindi siya familiar, syempre gagapangin mo muna yan. Gagawan mo ng paraan yan. Hanggang masanay ka na, then you have a new norm. So which means I just enjoy the struggle of my life because I know this is part of the bigger game.
Yan. Okay. So, sa nakikita mo ngayon, may yung mga iba na nagsasabi na, kaya ako nagkasakit kasi tinetestin ako agad. Pero pag nakita mo, ang taba mo naman, ang ano mo naman, di ba? Parang...
yun na nga parang...
yung devil daw, sinasabi nila minsan yung devil ino-oppress Pero pag nakita mo, ang taba mo naman, hindi ka naman yung kain mo, ganito.
Kaya nga, meron nga akong kaibigan na siguro mga 100 pounds overweight siya. Tapos panay padala niya sa akin ng mga Bible sayings. Parang i-embody mo na lang yan. Because the way I worship my God is not really preaching about His Word. But it's really embodying that am I living a life that is really in honor of Him. So if I show up in terms of good health, do you think I'm honoring my Creator?
Of course.
If I show up with the most loving relationship with people who love me and people who hates me, but I love them no matter what, do you think I'm honoring my Creator?
Yes.
And I show up with a lot of money and I'm blessing different churches, different, organizations, foundations. Even without me preaching about the word God, do you think I'm honoring my God?
Of course.
That's what matters the most to me right now.
Of course. Yun talaga. Yung sinasabuhay mong, ano naman masasabi mo, Coach Russ, dun sa sinasabi nilang lahat ng tao, they're always waiting for someone to save them. They're still waiting for Jesus
That's in
Christ
the old
to come
world.
back.
That's in the 3D world. Sabi nga, di ba? In the end, no one will save you. And the way you want to create a life that you want is to start becoming responsible with your own life. And this is now you understanding that the way you become responsible with your life, dalawa lang. Take care of yourself. Huwag kang maging pabigat sa iba. At yung umaasa, nag-aantay ng hero sa labas, pabigat yan. Why? Because you worry about them. And ako, ang definition ko ng success is do not be a burden to anyone. In fact, you are successful if nakakadagdag ka. Nakaka-add value ka. You don't have to be multi-millionaire. You don't have to be this and that. Huwag ka lang maging pabigat. And basically, those people who's always waiting for external things to happen before they can make it happen, maybe these people are doing their life based on consumption versus creation. So basically, life purpose here is just to give your life away, to share your life, to be the light, to be the message. Not just preach about it, embody it. Allow yourself to be the message of the light of your Creator.
Mismo. So ang ganda nun, Coach. Dami na nating napag-usapan. I guess na-tackle mo na lahat. Pero final message mo sa kanila, sa mga nanonood, sa mga nangyayari ngayon, sa takot ngayon, sa gustong umalagwa yung buhay?
I would always say, if you just have real faith in the divine Creator, never kanyang pababayaan. Never kanyang pababayaan at never kanyang pababayaan. Just bet on your life on really making sure that every day is a day to acknowledge things that are great in your life, appreciate it, but now you allow things to happen simply because your faith is now bigger than your fear.
Galing. Grabe. Grabe tong episode na to. So Coach, saan kanila mapafollow? Kailan ang next mo na seminar? Kailan ano mga nangyayari?
Ito yung pinaka-regalo ko sa buong Pilipinas. Nagsimula to sa kaibigan nating si Gigi. ang daming gustong ma-experience yung na-experience niya.
Oh.
Kaso lang hindi nila ma-afford yung binayad ni Gigi sa atin. Eto regalo natin sa sambayan ng Pilipino. It's called The Awakening, a one-day emotional reset. So ang balak namin isang batch lang. Ngayon we're on our 6th batch and nakabalak na hanggang 12 because punong-puno parate. Because again, the cheapest seminar that I charge is at least 15,000 per head. This one is 1,499. Okay? And a lot of healing happens here. Nakakatuwa lang yung batch 1 merong bata 12 years old, suicidal daw, pinadala ng magulang. Nung umuwi, transformation yung nangyari. Tapos the following batch 2, yung source ng kanyang sama ng loob, yung tatay.
Mm-hmm.
Nung umuwi, nagbago. Batch 3, pinadaling lola na 80 years old. Umuwi, nagbago. Batch 4, buong pamilya. So it's really a healing for families that we don't know we're carrying a lot. So awakening, an emotional reset, one day lang to. It's the gift that we can give to the entire Philippines so that we can be awakened to our truth, that you don't have to carry all of this. Release it, let it go, so that the divine creator can come into your heart.
Ganda nun. So follow nyo si Coach Ras, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. So may mga gagawin pa kaming episodes niyan. Ako naman maraming salamat sa mga nanood. Sana natuto kayo dito, nakapag-add value ako sa inyo. At syempre maraming salamat sa Tritone Studios, Tritone Entertainment. At pakinggan nyo sa Spotify to, mag-subscribe kayo, mag-like, comment, share nyo sa mga taong kailangan tong video na to. And I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you very much.